Not your average tabletop. Woohoo!
Welcome to Not Your Average Tabletop. I'm Pepper, and today I'll be unboxing Mist over Carcassonne. Probably did not pronounce that very clearly, but you can read it there. This is a cooperative version of Carcassonne, one of my all-time favorite games, my first ever favorite game back when we only had about 10 games. Zach and I did a ranking, and Stone Age was his number one, and Carcassonne was my number one. And the other was each of ours number two as well, so those were the two biggest games in our collection at that time, and I have always loved Carcassonne. I've never grown bored of it or felt like I grew out of it, and once I heard there was a cooperative version, or just any other version, I was interested. We have all the original expansions, other than I think the Catapult was not reprinted, but we have all the others, and I've played a couple of them, and look forward to doing some content on all those expansions at some point, but we'll see when that happens. But yeah, this one is, I think, maybe a little more lighter weight, possibly, or maybe it just feels that way because it's cooperative. But I really like the look of this game. It's a lot, very clean, kind of modern look to Carcassonne, while still feeling classic, I think. Very cool look. Skip the reading, that's what I always say. This rule book looks very similar to the look of the Carcassonne rule book, with the different highlighted sections. And it looks like this will be 12 pages long. I don't remember if Carcassonne was a great rule book or a bad rule book, so we'll see when we play that or read that. Then you have Mist over Carcassonne expansion. So this must just, I'm not sure what this does or how it separates it, but I like that it's separated. Don't know what it means, but and that's also a few pages, and then we have the tiles here, I assume. So interesting. Should go on the tile. All right, let's go Meeples next, which this is an interesting kind of crinkly paper to wrap it in. It makes me think of the paper that my wontons are wrapped in when I get Chinese food. Now I'm very hungry for cream cheese wontons. So it looks like it has 15 ghosts and 30 meeples. So open this up. I'm never going to put them back in here, so let's just rip it open. Ooh, oh boy. I can already see. So, do they have lanterns? I think they're holding lanterns on the cover. Ooh, boy, bumped the camera and the microphone. But I think they have different lanterns and torches on the cover, and it looks like the meeples have those as well. That's really cool. Don't know why they have black colored meeples. It's always so hard to see, especially on our table with a black rug on top of it. But yeah, so we also have ghosts, which I really like. That meeple, it looks just like a ghost. Unless you look at it like that, and then it looks like a weird shaped head with some ears sticking out and some Simpsons hair. But yeah, this is pretty cool meeples, a nice little twist. I like that they mixed it up and didn't just have basic meeple shapes, but they are the same meeples from Carcassonne, just holding something. I like that. The ghosts are a little thinner, but I think it works. I like the look of them. I like the colors of the ghosts as well. I think is about perfect for what they are. A little pretty white, a little bit of blue shade in there. Get everything out of there. And then let's move on to the tiles, which this is just the scoreboard, but I like the back of it. And I like the scoring as well. I'm not sure why this area is darker, if it's just art-wise, or if there's actually some meaning to that, and maybe there's some effect that happens when you're there. I'm not sure. And then we go on to not onto the tiles just yet. We have this, which has a few different boards. Not sure what that is. 1, 2, 3. Not sure what those icons mean. Maybe the different difficulty settings. This looks like a starting tile that you build off of. But yeah, kind of the same style for Carcassonne, with all those the castles and cities and things, but adding kind of more of the fog and ghosts in there as well. Okay, so this looks like that has to do... I'm not sure what this has to do with, but there's a dog, so I like it. And on to the tiles. These are the classic Carcassonne tiles. You got the little expansion icon in there to differentiate. I'll just take a look at kind of the newer things. We have a graveyard, a cemetery here, which is really cool, really spooky. Yeah, I like it. You got some bats flying around, some tombstones, some fog. Then you have, I assume this is mist. Since this is mists over Carcassonne, you got some ghost icons. You must put the different ghosts in there. Something like that, I assume. But yeah, so I do like the mist that is kind of surrounding, getting stuck between, so like if this is your layout, kind of stuck between these two cities. I think that looks pretty cool, and hopefully ends up looking really cool on the map once it's done. And hopefully it looks natural. That's what I'm worried about. I just don't want it to look like really weird. Got this kind of a spooky haunted castle type thing, or monastery or something. And a little, not sure what that is, but I think that's new. But yeah, I like the tiles in Carcassonne, the kind of pops of color on the different buildings in the cities. This continues to have that while adding kind of a little spooky vibe to some of them as well. But yeah, a good bit of tiles. I believe this can be played standalone or as an expansion, I assume. I don't know how compatible it is with all the different expansions, but looking forward to finding out. We'll have to give you our review or first impressions or something. I'm not sure if we'll do that right away or if we'll wait until we have a lot more content ready for the rest of Carcassonne and all of its expansions. So definitely let us know what you're interested in Carcassonne coverage from us. But otherwise, thank you for watching, and as always, don't forget to keep on nibbling on our content.